NZXT, baby.
It's on now, son. The go to the game, baby.
HipHopGamer.
Ready for war, rigid the core, never ignore. Sweating your pores, breathing is all. Allergies more, time is up. I'm back with it, black gifted, bad business, mad lyrics, flash image, brass physics, don't stop. Sick with it, sick of illa, get you throwing up a lung of liver. That's the type of metaphor to force a healthy temperatures. Richard never get it, their position never ministers. So many make mistakes, and that's the greatest of literature. Picture perfectionist, never resist being a gift. Cause what I give is 100% of everything I am that you never is.
That's incredible, baby.
Yeah, that's just a little something, you know what I mean? The 660. Who said gamers can't rap?
You think it's a game? 660 with HipHopGamer.
660, baby.
It's on now, son.
Yo, what's up? It's the one and only go to the game, HipHopGamer, Hot 97 Logitech GAMD, and we are here for real, for real. Now, a lot of times people talk about hip hop. This is also the 50th anniversary of hip hop, but you got to know the source of hip hop. You got to know the source of the culture and what we love. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people trying to, break dance and take it to a whole nother level, but you got to know the source of how crazy it get in these streets when it comes to break dancing, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, in the culture. And then I see a lot of people, DJing, using the computers now and stuff like that. But you gotta know the source when that needle drop. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to catch that lyric when you spinning, you know what I mean? So I bring to you none other, the pioneers, the legends of the culture that we love, baby. Give it up for one, Grand Wizard Theodore, and two, the one and only Crazy Legs.
We need an audience in here.
Let's go, man. That's crazy right there. So first off, I want to set it off like this. I'm gonna set it off with you, like Grand Wizard. This is crazy. Same question, but I'm gonna throw it to you first, man. When did you know that hip hop chose you to be great in what you've given back to this culture?
Oh, wow. I feel that day, man, when I felt it, man, when I knew that something great was going to be coming out, is when I created the scratch. Wow. When I created the scratch, man, I knew God chose me, man, because I love music, man. And thanks to my moms. She played music all the time. She played music when she was cooking. She played music when she was happy. She played music when she was sad. She played music when she was about to whip some butt.
Talk about it.
Moms play music all the time, and I started loving music. And when I first did that first scratch, I knew God put this in me, man. I knew what my contribution to this jam was going to be, man. And I never looked back ever since.
So Crazy Legs, same question to you, man. When did you realize that hip hop chose you? And now that you look back at what you gave to it, like, how does this all feel? How does it resonate, man?
I see it differently. I don't feel like hip hop chose me, because in order for something to be in your life, you have to allow it to be in your life. And here's the thing, if you're looking at the average kid in the streets back then, and if you're looking at even some of my boys who were stick-up kids or whatever, if we didn't choose to practice breaking, we would have been doing something else. But we chose to do whatever, And I'm not saying I'm the wildest stick-up kid out there, but we did our amount of dirt. And honestly, when we were done practicing and we were just straight up starving Marvin, sometimes we caught a Vic, because that was our only option, But the thing is that I think when you do have something that consumes you like that, and it just has you compelled to be more involved with it, you have to spend time developing your craft. And if you're spending time developing your craft, you're not doing the nonsense because you're focused on something else. So I think when we do, like some people say hip hop saved me, it's like,
your work and dedication, your choice to do and put work into it is really what saves you. Because I could have just felt like, I'd rather go do something wild today. You know? So and the culture can't stop you. You know? And but like I said, if you love your art, you know, and you want to develop it, and you want to battle, and you want to meet girls at that age, at that time, it's almost like that was our social media.
Wow, facts. That's so crazy. I love that. Now I'm gonna come back to you with this. Now, just the celebration of Wild Style and everything that's going on, man. We've seen a lot of remakes happen. Some good, most don't hit the mark. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts looking back on Wild Style? And if you was to do a Wild Style 2023, something like that, what does that look like authentically for today's culture, man? Break it down.
When I look back at Wild Style, everyone, just about everyone, and I know Flash was supposed to be in it, they filmed the scene, it got messed up, whatever, Furious 5. So unfortunately, they weren't in it. But when you look at Wild Style as a whole, it featured a lot of people who are at the top of their game. And not only in terms of like having a record, but these dudes were battling.
Yeah.
Whether it was B-boys, Electric Boogie, DJing, MCs, everyone, there was no record label involved. So it wasn't about like, yo, I need my artist on there. You know, we about to drop this record, but meanwhile, your artist is trash. Or people learn to love your artist only because they've heard it so much. Now it's like, oh yeah, I think I do like this song. But everyone on there deserved to be on there, which was cool. And and even on the dance side, you had, it was Rocksteady crew, and then you had Electric Force, and then you had the Shaq crew.
Wow, man, this is crazy.
We had a lot of brothers up in there that really were at the top of their game. And I mean, if we did that today, man, here's the thing.
Talk about it.
The hunger that we had back then, it's different because we fell into it. I think a lot of us fell into what we did by default because we lived in the hood and there wasn't, the community centers that had all the activities for us to really go, take advantage of, and the tutoring after school that would have helped us benefit better in school, so it's like, what kind of person are you putting in there now? Because back then, not one person was a major drug dealer in Wild Style.
Right. Wow.
Now you got drug dealers who are funding their music careers. So the type of person you have in there is in there not because he was the dopest, but he had the funds to actually move the needle with marketing. And that's not to say that that's everyone, because if you look at Jay-Z and his history and how he came up, I mean, he came up on a Cold Crush, but when he came out, I don't know how it was funded, but it's still a dope MC on the mic. So I think it would be real hard to find these days, like, who are the real MCs? Are you presenting them in the same way that they would have been presented in Wild Style, or is it just a whole new twist?
Well, whatever it is or could be, like, to me, you would have to be like the anchor to make sure that joint is like right, in my opinion. Now, here's something I want to bring to you, man. One of my favorite movies is Juice. Right? And you got GQ, you know what I'm saying, battling and stuff like that.
That was good.
It's the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So here's a question that I want to ask you. I was watching Big Daddy Kane versus KRS-One on the Versus. Right? Incredible, right?
Yes.
I'm on it.
And I know. I see, you know what I'm saying? I was in the audience going crazy. So.
I don't think KRS wanted me on his side. I don't know. I'm from the Boogie Down, and I saw KRS with some dudes from other boroughs. I'm like, what's going on here?
Come on.
What's going on?
What's going on?
I don't know.
So what happened is, I was there, man, it's going crazy. So what happened is, I saw DJ's Scratch was going at it with Kid Capri, and it seemed like he really wanted a battle. Like, he was like really.
Who wanted a battle?
Scratch. It seemed like Scratch really wanted that battle, but Kid Capri was kind of just keep it focused on what the real battle was going on. You know what I mean? But my question to you.
Know about that. You gotta know the inside scoop first.
So you gotta put me on it. But my question
But
is,
I'll let you do the question first.
So my question, but I'm a host, I want to know the scoop. So my question to you though is, when it comes to the battling and the essence and knowing who you are and the creator, is there anybody for the celebration of hip hop, for the fun of it, that you would say, you know what, if there was anybody that I would battle respectfully, it'd be this person? And if so, who would that be?
Wow. That's a good question.
Modern day?
Modern day or classic. Because, see, the reason why I'm asking this question and the reason why it's important for y'all to pay attention is too much and too many of the time, people talk about keeping it real, but don't want to get involved.
I'm all in with keeping it real.
With the real, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to get involved though. So to me, this is an opportunity to where we could really see not just who's who, but how do we elevate? And you only elevate when you understand the source. You're the source, bro.
Right. Well, in a situation like me, it's like I helped create the blueprint for DJing. So if I was to battle anybody, they would actually be using something that I invented back on me. So I would have to battle someone that has their own style, that came up with their own DJ style and stuff like that. I would never battle somebody and I'm like, wow, I'm battling this guy and he's using my same routine or using my same scratches against me. So I never really thought about battling anybody and stuff like that. I would battle somebody that has their own style, that created their own style, like a person that beat juggles and stuff like that. A person that actually has their own style. So I never really thought about battling anybody because I created a blueprint. I helped create a blueprint for DJing. And I wouldn't want to battle someone that's going to use my technique back on me.
Got you.
Let the fan come in. Speaking from the fans' point of view, I think we would have bugged out hard if we would have heard that in the 70s that Theodore was going to battle Flash, or in the 80s that Theodore was going to battle DST.
Oh, what?
Those are the ones that I would have been like, yeah, those are battles I would want to see. And yeah, I
would want to see
heavy
that
lies heavy lies the crown for you, because you do have the unfortunate pleasure of being you. And you know, if you're looking at Flash, it's like he at a certain point had to play catch up to you because you invented scratching. But then DST elevated what you did and started doing something else. So it's like you're in the middle of someone chasing you, and now you having to like see what this dude is doing. And I don't know how you felt when Theodore like flipped his version of scratching, or flipped your scratching to make something for himself.
Yeah, I never looked at it like that, but that's a really good analogy because DXT actually introduced it to the world. You know, and when people seen DXT doing it, they figured that, oh wow, he created something new, not knowing that it came from somewhere and he basically innovated it. You know, took it to that next level and stuff like that. So when people see me, they be like, okay, never heard of Grand Wizard Theodore, but okay, he's the one that created the scratch, and he's the DXT was the one that introduced it to the world. Yeah.
And then there's a whole debate between like DST and what's his name from Philly? Jazzy Jeff?
Yeah, Jazzy Jeff.
Or Miz?
Wow. I would say Miz.
Miz? All right. Yeah. So then there's that debate.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's something here. Like, and the reason why I'm saying that is because so one thing that a lot of people forget, and you'll see this a lot even in the video game industry, because we're about to get into that as well. But right now, currently in the video game industry, there's a lot of remakes that's happening. Resident Evil 4 just got remade. Huge. You get The Last of Us Part 1, that just got remade, and now it's also a TV show on HBO. Huge.
I love that show.
And that's based off a game. So the point I'm trying to say is, even with the new generation that's coming up now, like old things is new to them because they never experienced it. And even with video games, a lot of the kids, they, Fortnite and all this other stuff, but Def Jam Fight for New York, a lot of the kids, when I showed them that game, they be like, yo, this is hot. Oh, Buster, I seen him with Chris. Oh, I didn't even know he was it. You'd be surprised. When they see you, they like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah. I've had kids come up to me and say, yo, I'm playing, your character. Your character's one of the hardest to beat.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know, because I'm not a gamer.
That's so cool. Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? So old things come new. So what I was saying from a fan's perspective as well, that if it was Grand Wizard Theodore versus Jazzy Jeff or Grand Wizard Theodore versus Grandmaster Flash, something like that, I believe, would be amazing to see for all groups, all ages, all music. And honestly, man, in your position, to see that, win or lose, we all win just to see it.
Yeah.
But I think it should happen. What's your thoughts, man?
Oh, yeah.
I know you would love to see it. Come on, bro.
In the words of Nori.
Yeah, right?
Shout out to Nori, man. Love Nori, man.
Since I started DJing, I don't back down from nothing. I don't back down from no battles, no nothing. I'm down for whatever so that the crowd can give the crowd what they want. If the crowd wants something, I'm willing to give it to them. I'm not the one that because everything I do is for the people. And if the people want to see a battle, hey, let's do it. Because I'm not backing down from no battle.
Wow, this is huge.
Yeah, I don't think Flash would do it. I don't think he would do it.
Jeff would.
I would think Jazzy Jeff would do it before Flash.
Okay, well, I'm putting it out there. Yeah. So now, the next thing I want to ask y'all about, and this goes into the world of video games as well. So obviously, you've been in video games and things of that nature, Crazy Legs. But what I wanted to ask you, man, is with the PlayStation 5, as you see, got the controllers right here. They're gonna battle in a little while, but y'all gonna actually battle in a little while. But with the PlayStation 5, Xbox, PC gaming, all the stuff that's going on, man. When you look at your skill set and what you bring to the culture of hip hop in this day and age with the new technology here, could you see yourself, getting more involved with a lot of these games nowadays? Because I'm telling you, man, your legacy, we want to play that legacy. We want to do more stuff. We want to tell your story in an animated way and stuff like that. What are your thoughts about the gaming industry right now, man?
I think anything related to gaming, any kind of platform, you're looking at AI.
Yeah, right.
AI.
You was talking about that earlier. Yep.
And I'm only just learning about that, but I think the future isn't AI. I know people are threatened by that, because of creativity and intellectual property and things like that. So, and then you're talking metaverse. Yep. So there's so many things you can do. You could probably have a fight for New York, and then, next thing you know, before you go into your next fight, you pull into like the National Hip Hop Museum in D.C. Before you go there, before I want to fight you later, but I need to go check out this Theodore exhibit over here.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Take the train and go over here. Blah blah blah. Yo, that could be crazy. So now, same question to you from a gaming standpoint and your skill set. As a DJ and just being the inventor. What would you want to bring to the gaming industry? Because where I'm looking at it, man, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of your likeness, voiceovers, your actual skill set. Also, business, like literally good business with your skill set in the gaming world, because there's so many people that would look at y'all and be like, yo, we should have been did something with these people. Like, where y'all at? What's going on? I know this because I'm around it all the time. So my question to you, man, what would you want to bring to the gaming industry, bro?
I would want to bring something like, as far as the turntables is concerned, have people, cause when I'm scratching and stuff like that, I'm basically just working my arms all the time. And when people exercise and when people doing the exercise stuff on the game and stuff, they can be scratching records and moving the record back and forth and back and pulling albums down on the turntables and mixing them back and forth and back and just gaining points. The more you scratch, the more points you get. The more records you mix together, the more points you get. If you mix a record that's 120 beats per minute, and you grab a record that's 60 beats per minute, you might be able to mix the both of them together.
If you know.
Yeah, if you know what I'm saying?
Double time or half time it.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
So
about.
like, to me, it sounds like a VR. Like imagine you got the VR on and you.
Yes.
I'm losing my mind right now. Like, this is crazy. So now, this next question right here is also like it's very important. So I'm gonna bring it to you, man. You done been through a lot and seen a lot. One thing I want to ask you, man, is what was a moment in your life where you felt like you was at your lowest and things couldn't get any worse, but you managed to find strength in that moment that allowed you to be a legend today?
Oh man, that's a good question. When a lot of us first started out, we were living in the house with our parents, whether it be in the basement or up in the attic. We got our equipment downstairs. We do our parties. We come home. We didn't make no money, but our parents were still maintaining the house, buying the food, paying the light bill, paying the mortgage or whatever and stuff like that. And it got to the point where we had to move out on our own because we were getting more mature. People were having babies. And once you have a baby, you gotta provide for that baby.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point, the double road. It's like, okay, do I keep DJing or do I go out and get a job? Because I got a kid now. And I got to make sure I maintain the Pampers. I got to make sure, okay, I got an apartment now, me and my lady and my daughter. So it's at the point where, do I keep DJing or do I go out and get a job? And sometimes when you go out and DJ, you're not making enough money to pay your mortgage, pay the car bill,
right,
buy the Pampers and all that. So I came to a crossroad where I had to get a job. I was driving a truck, delivering wood and all kind of building materials. I was actually doing that. And I came to a crossroads with like, what am I going to do?
Wow.
I started traveling around with the male strippers as they DJing for the male strippers like 4 or 5 times a week so I can get that paper in my pocket so I can feed my family. And I was just like said to myself like, wow, what do I do, man? And I actually came to a crossroads in the 90s. And I said to myself, God gave me this gift and I have to keep going. And what actually put the battery in my back is when KRS-One came out with the record MCs Act Like They Don't Know.
Wow.
And then he says, this is what you waited all year for. The hardcore, that's what KRS is here for. Big up Grand Wizard Theodore getting here. I was like, whoa. He put my name in the record. That's crazy. So that basically put a battery in my back and gave me the strength and the opportunity to actually keep going. And that's when I started playing downtown for the gentleman that owned the Palladium. He owned the Palladium. Yeah. I started playing for him. Started doing all the Palladium and all these parties for him. The Limelight. I started doing all that for him. So I started back making $2,000 every weekend. So I was able to keep going and do what I and do
back then, 2000. Yo, wait, look, y'all, wait, hold on. Y'all gotta say, cause I'm coming to you next with this. So you have to understand, $2,000 back in what year was this? In the 90s? Are you kidding? I gotta spin a chain on that one, son. I gotta spin a chain on that one, bro. You kidding me? Let's go, son. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So that gave me the incentive, man, and put the battery in my back to let me know that I can still do this. So got a manager, got away from the people I had in my crew that was probably holding me back and stuff like that. Just changed my whole circle. And once I changed my whole circle, that's when the opportunity started coming back for me and stuff like that. There was a company that came out in the 90s. They wanted me to go to Germany and do like a 5-day tour and stuff like that. It was like, we got this new drink. It's called Red Bull.
Wow.
We want you to go to Germany. Be the first DJ to go out, to Germany and just do like 5 dates and stuff like that. Hopefully the drink of, hopefully people will like the drink and stuff like that. And that's when everything started, snowball effect, and everything started to get, started to pick back up for me and stuff.
Yo, what? Yo, I gotta clap it up for that story. That's amazing, man. That's crazy. So, Crazy Legs, man, same question for you, bro. Like, what was a moment in your life, man, where you felt like you was at your lowest and things couldn't get any worse, but you managed to find strength in that moment that allowed you to be a legend today, man?
So I would say, number one, you can't miss what you never had, and not knowing that you're in that situation is probably one of the best things to benefit you. So growing up, single parent home, 6 kids, and living in the Bronx, bouncing around, from home to home. By the time I was 18, I had 10 different addresses by the time I was 18. Yeah,
What?
That's how the instability was. So the thing is that, it's not, I don't think it's more what I recognize, but what I didn't see, and how for some reason I found joy in like boxing, baseball, breaking. Those are the things that I love doing the most. And I think I didn't even know what resilient was. I just knew that we were poor, and if we had one meal that day, okay, that's good,
Wow. Man, I can relate, man.
I think, I don't know, it isn't about a moment where I think growing up in the hood, you're born to be resilient throughout life. But I think if I would have known how bad we had it or understood it for what it was, at that age, I don't know if I could have been resilient.
That's interesting, because the not knowing actually kept you going forward because you wasn't aware of what actually was going on.
It was just normal day. It's a normal day. For me, it's like after a certain time of the day, it's getting closer to 6 o'clock. You walking around like Crotona Avenue, 180th Street, Tremont Avenue, certain parks, and you're waiting for like the echo to bounce off of the buildings and figure out like, okay, where's the jam happening? I hear it. It's like the Pied Piper, and then next thing you know, after a day of being hungry, you having a great time and forgot that you were hungry, and you're at this jam and you're watching Theodore cut up with handcuffs on him, doing this thing, and you're totally distracted. You want to battle, you want to get better, you want to develop your skills, you want to be accepted, you want to join a crew. Some crews won't accept you because you're either too young or you're too whack.
Wow, yeah.
But you earned your way into those crews. You developed every week, and because we were so focused on developing, I never realized how hard we had it.
Yo, man. So I got 2 more questions, and then we're going to get to this battle. First of all, a statement before the question, man. I personally want to say, somebody that grew up, like watching y'all and like learning, because I'm a journalist as well. I'm a gaming journalist, but I'm a journalist overall. So studying, research, I love all of that. One thing I want to say to you, man, is not only thank you for what you created, but thank you for not giving up on so many people that you wouldn't have got a chance to meet, that you would have impacted their lives, man. Thank you so much for not giving up, because what made you continue allowed so many more to push through. So thank you for your love of wanting to be great, because it actually spilled over to so many others, man. Thank you so much. Yo, Crazy Legs, man. Crazy story. So from 2000 to 2014, I worked in the mailroom. So I supervised the mailroom for all the record labels. Wow. So Universal, Def Jam,
what years?
From 2000 to 2014.
Okay.
And stuff like that, right? So I was around for so much, seen so much and everything like that, right? and obviously, you know, playing the games and talking about stuff like that. And throughout over the years, every time certain names was brought up, whether it's Stretch and Bobito, you, Grandmaster Kaz, Rakim, all these people, certain names that will come up, even in the building. And there's some shady stuff that happened, obviously, and there's some stuff where it's like, wow, this is stand-up-ish. But every single time your name came up, no matter what artist was around or whatever happened, when your name came up, there was so much respect, there was so much joy, and it was so much like, it was like a revereness, and it was honorable. It was like, yo, Crazy Legs, that guy is this, or that guy is that, or that guy, when I seen him the first time, it changed. I don't know if you fully understand it, man, but Crazy Legs, you're one of the most important people in this culture, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we love you for it.
Thank
and I
you.
just want to take time out to make a statement to you and you. Yeah. So y'all know that as long as I'm around, you're going to know
I appreciate that.
how amazing y'all are to me.
You know, the crazy thing with that is that, yeah, a lot of us, because we got into, you know what, because we were living culture, we didn't get into culture, we were living culture. You know, a lot of people are getting into hip hop culture. We were born into where it developed. So the genesis happened and we were part of the genesis, some at different times, you know. But, you know, and I think with that kind of praise you gave me, there's a lot of people who would push against that. But when you ask them why, they don't really have an answer. And I like to just think that, yo, you know what? I developed my name outside of breaking as well. I threw events that put people on platforms when platforms were no longer available in park jams. You know, I brought park jams back in the 90s. Not to say no one was doing it, but in terms of strategically putting it on the map to draw an interest into like my generation of people or the people I looked up to doing that. I actually set up a park jam on 98th Street in Amsterdam at Rocksteady Park during New Music Seminar just to pull that people away. Because I'm like, that's some commercial shit. Let me do a park jam and invite Cold Crush and whoever, and also invite some of the new artists. And, you know, some of those new artists were like Goody Mob and Outkast when they had never performed here before. Mad Lion, he had his album. Mad Lion wasn't even out yet, and he was performing to Redman's music at one of the events.
Wow.
Yeah, Shoot to Kill.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yo,
so,
shoot the kill.
Yeah.
Yo, don't get.
Yeah.
So I've been like, I think when people are referencing me, it's more than just breaking, because I've thrown a lot of events in New York City and different cities in the U.S. And it pushed the needle forward. And I've also done a lot of humanitarian relief efforts in Puerto Rico. I've done a lot of volunteer work in New York, in the Bronx. And as a result of all of the negative stuff that was around me in the Bronx, one day I just did a 180 and I was like, you know what? So many of my friends died. I'm gonna volunteer 3 days a week for however long at this place in the Bronx. That's kind of like the worst neighborhood in the Bronx, The Point, because that's when they were doing hookers on the Point and all that stuff. Point. So I volunteered there for 3 days a week, 3 years straight.
What?
Yeah.
Man, yo, you gotta give it up, man. You gotta give it up. This is crazy,
But here's
man.
the thing. I started doing
Point is a cool place.
B-boy
I like
battles
that,
again there. We were doing fundraisers. I was taking kids to like wetlands. We took over wetlands, and I put all the kids to run the whole place. They ran the box office, merch, hosting, and whatever, running the battle that was happening and empowering kids.
Yes.
So it's like when you do that, you realize, like later on, like somebody called me up like a few years ago, and he was like, "Yo, I was in your class these years, blah blah blah." And of course, I remembered him, and and there was several dudes that called me around the same time. They're like, "Yo, you saved my life." Wow. And then the thing is that you set out to try to save a life, but you don't see it until they realize later on, like, wow, had I not been in that program, my man that got shot, I would have been with him as a shorty And now I'm making money being a dancer in another country or being on tour.
Yep.
So I think when people try to chop away at me, it's like, you don't know my resume. You know, and then, you know, I don't, you know, there's a lot of work that I do that's a give back that I don't even talk about.
Yo, God bless you, man. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Now here it is. It's like we celebrating 50 years and stuff like
50
that.
years, man.
And I just got to put it out there. Like when I see commercials on TV and stuff like that, and they celebrating 50 years, they don't have us.
Nah.
They don't have us there.
This is what you know. I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is why this was so important to me.
It's
like,
turned into
you know
a only rap thing.
Yeah, like, and this is what I'm saying. It's like, look, my name is Hip Hop Gamer, so hip hop is in my name. So like, you know, just long story short, and I'll let you get back to it. But when I think it's Karen had hit me up and was like, yo, we got the National Hip Hop Museum, we about to do this, stuff like that. I want to know, also I want to know what y'all want to give back to the museum, what's that special thing, I definitely want to know that. But aside from that, I was wondering the same thing like you said. I'm like, why does it seem like it's only geared towards one thing when there's so many elements?
It's
so much other
fractionalized
stuff?
right now.
Yeah.
It's so fractionalized.
When you said that, like, keep going, but just know that this is one of the reasons why, because I want to get y'all in front of so many other audiences too that would love and appreciate y'all in ways that certain people may not.
I mean, look, breaking is going into the Olympics.
Yes, yo, I was gonna, yo, that's what my next question said. That's what about, yo, crazy.
You got like some of the brothers who, like Gravity, B-Boy Gravity, B-Boy Morris. Gravity's from the Bronx, Puerto Rican cat. Brother Morris is from Sacramento. And there's another brother named Jeffro from Philly. These brothers have the best chance of representing the United States in the Olympics.
Wow.
And
Crazy.
we don't have yet one person who has stepped up to the plate and said, hey, yo, you know what? I'm going to help you lead the way in this because, you know, we've benefited by having background dancers in the past or videos and all this other stuff, you know, that made our product much better. And the thing is that everyone's into their own lane. I really don't think a lot of them care about breaking being in the Olympics until there's like a clout chasing moment. You'll see them all jump out. You'll see them jump out when it's time to clout chase. I mean, when I got to look at an ad that says Jack in the Box, I mean, it's supporting the Olympics or whatever it is, I'm like,
Jack in a box.
supporting the Olympics, but they're not really supporting the B-boys or the B-girls. There's no money going directly into their pockets that say, my name is whatever, most famous rapper in the world. I'm gonna make sure your path to the Olympics is on point because what you're doing came from my own backyard, and this is how I live, and I want to make your life better.
That's it.
You know, and you know, and I'm only talking about the people who have it like that to do that.
Right.
So you know, one of my missions has been to work towards enabling whoever wants to rock with me to support them. In their path towards bringing home the gold for the United States.
Wow, man. I love this. I love it, man. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but like, go ahead, please, because they don't include y'all.
When I think of 50 years of hip hop, I take the opportunity to remember those who's not here with us no more. You got a lot of B-boys, B-girls, DJs, MCs, graph artists that's not here with us anymore, that was here throughout the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. I remember them when I think of 50 years of hip hop. See, I've been doing hip hop for 48 years. It's been 48 years since I created the scratch.
Wow, God bless you, man.
Yes,
wow.
and I take this time, I want to remember all the DJs, man. Like Love Buzz Starsky, Cool DJ AJ, Easy Rock, Rob Bass's DJ, who else? Crash Crew's DJ, DJ Dow C, and stuff like that. This DJ Master Don. You know, it's a lot of people, man, that live and die for this culture, for this art form, and I think that they should be remembered on this 50th anniversary, man, because they're not here physically to see how far this has come, man. You know?
Yeah, nah, I respect it big time, man. And like I said, it's an honor, but it was also important to me to have y'all here because, like, off camera, we'll talk briefly so you could really know how far I'm about to take this. But yeah, y'all gonna know what's up, how I get down. It's different. There's only one hip hop gamer. You're gonna understand that real soon. So now I need to know, right? Before we get this battle started, I need to know who is the better gamer. Who's gonna win this Tekken 7 battle? You know what I'm saying? I know you've been in games and stuff like that.
DJ because he's used to.
So
I'm more of a flat hand person.
Oh yeah, I know, right? So before we get this battle started, I just got one last question for both of you. What was the toughest move that you wound up learning? But like the toughest move, like that go-to move that when you go to this move, ain't nobody touching the move that made crazy legs. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the toughest move, man?
I mean, I've stumbled upon, I've created some moves, so I'm pretty lucky.
I like that. Let's go, baby.
I think sometimes the toughest move was creating a move and then someone else recreating that move and to use it against me. So how do I follow up with their move? So that happens throughout, you know, and sometimes it's a matter of creating combinations, not necessarily the move, but knowing how to transition in and out of those moves smoothly, with, you know, rhythmically. Because I honestly, it really doesn't matter. Like Theodore could cut, but if it ain't on beat, does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
So for me, when people are talking about, yo, look at this move that this dude did, I'm like, yo, but can he dance?
Uprock.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who could spin on their heads, spin on their backs, and do all these things, but can you dance? Because if you look at breaking when it first started, no one was really hitting the floor like that. It was stylized, standing on top kind of dancing.
Right.
So you had to have rhythm. You had to be able to express that funk and soul. And
wow.
I think my thing is I would fear if I didn't have rhythm. Because here's the thing, you can mess up and still be on beat and cover it up, as opposed to not being on beat and messing up.
And then it's just now you just out of sync. It's over.
Like, you know, sometimes you're at a jam and then something goes wrong. You're looking, and it mess up your bop. Yeah. You know, that happens to me when I see dancers who have amazing moves but no rhythm. Because once they transition back into what is supposed to be the dance steps, it's
Yeah, you really don't feel it no more.
Yeah.
Point. I never heard it broken down like that before from the rhythm side of it.
Yeah.
Because you just see the dance moves, but you're not in the. This is why you are who you are. That's why he is who he is.
Look at this. I've seen that because I've seen myself DJing at a b-boy battle, and you got the judges on the side watching the dancers, and you be like, "Oh, that guy was good," but he didn't win the battle. It's like, why he didn't win the battle? Because he really didn't get into, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's certain things, you know.
Look, James Brown didn't physically challenging moves, but had he not had the soul that he had in the minimalist kind of moves that he did, it would just look boring.
Yeah, but when he moves, he's on that.
But the thing with James Brown is that for somebody who didn't do hard moves, it was all about feeling. You felt what he did.
Yeah.
And that move looked like it was the best move in the world.
Yeah.
You know, just going side to side on one foot, you know?
Yeah.
It ain't nothing. But when you see a person's passion and soul and pain come through his dance,
yes,
like songs that James Brown made came from pain.
Yes.
That's right.
And that pain also meant relief when you were starting to dance, escapism and all that stuff.
Yep.
He talked about escapism in his songs, you know, and those things, when you could celebrate life and forget, when you could celebrate life when living in a shithole, and you could have a great time, it's beyond dance.
Wow. God bless you, man. That's crazy. So to wrap things up before we get into this battle, man, when you was learning to scratch, sorry to interrupt, 'cause I know you're on the phone, but when you was learning to scratch, when you learned it, when you got that moment where it's like, oh shoot, I got it, like I did it.
Right.
Who was the first person that you told, or what did you do, if you remember, but what was the immediate next thing that you did when you realized you literally changed the world of hip hop in that moment?
Wow. Well, when I created the scratch, I was actually making a cassette tape for my principal in my last year of junior high school. So once I finished the cassette tape, I listened to it, I heard the scratches, I was like, wow, I got to capitalize off of that. So I just kept practicing it with different records, focused it on it, different records, different styles and stuff like that. And my brother Mean Gene and my brother Cordio actually seen me developing the scratching style.
With songs like Catch a Groove.
Yeah, you know, and they see me change my style of DJing, add in the scratch, because I mean I was 12 years old. So the more mature I got, the more I started to get more into DJing, because I mean I already had the needle drop down pat. I was needle dropping at 12, 13 years old, not knowing that I was playing a 45 and counting the 1, 2, 3, lift the needle up, counting 1, 2, lift the needle up, counting again 1, 2, 3, 4, not knowing that I was actually teaching myself beats per minute without even, you know, I was basically making my own periodic table, you know.
I'm talking to an alien.
12 years old.
I'm talking to an alien right now.
You know, and once I did it in the park, people were like, this guy's actually needle dropping his record. Let's dance to this.
But that's what something you had to see, because you're in the back of the club.
Yeah,
you're not seeing that. But like I was one of those kids who would be up there. Like I literally, like when I heard he was gonna be at the like, first of all, there was this big thing in the Bronx like, yo, Grand Wizard Theodore cuts with handcuffs and blah blah blah. So to me that was a thing. So I went to the Ecstasy Garage to watch him do his.
You got a good memory.
Cut. No, well, my memory serves me well because I got my ass kicked when I got home.
Gotta jar your memory.
Yo, anytime you get beat, you ain't gonna forget that one. Go ahead, man.
The thing is that, you know, wherever I've lived since I was younger, I've always found a way. I've always wanted to figure out, like, how can I break into and out of my house without destroying anything. So I always wanted to almost have the skills of a cat burglar in order to get some into my home. But so if I would be like coming in, put my head through the window, my mother would be right there. Bang!
Wow.
Yo, my mom's gave me a couple of busted lips.
Yo!
That was a scene in Wild Style where the guy came in through the window. Lee came in through the window, and his brother had came home from the military. And he was laying on the bed, and when Lee came in through the window, his brother was sitting there like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
dude, I almost shot you, man. Like, you know? Yeah.
That's
Fire
crazy,
escapes.
man.
I was going.
That's true. That's true.
And it's
man.
wild because you doing that, and it's like, it's out in the open. It's on your block. You showing people how to climb up or get to the fire escape, you know, and how to get into your home. And now that you know your window's open sometimes.
Wow.
This is, yo,
I didn't have it all thought out.
Nah, this is incredible, man. So, what's one item you want to give back to the National Hip Hop Museum?
I haven't thought about it. I haven't even thought
wow.
about it yet. I would have to. I think sometimes what may be important to me may not be important to them. And you gotta kind of look at the narrative around different items that I have. I do have an interesting one. I don't know if I want to donate it or auction it. I have, and you might be jealous of this. I went record shopping, and I found a copy of Wild Style, and it was it's mint condition, but it was a press kit copy of Wild Style. So I had never opened it until a few years ago, and when I opened it,
It's a collector's
the original press kit, the original list of press, the synopsis, how many theaters, which theaters the movie is in, the cast, all that stuff.
That's
I have
rare,
something that Charlie Ahern doesn't have.
I was getting ready to say.
So I still have that, and
That's rare.
yeah, I haven't met anyone who has that yet.
Wow.
You have it?
Yeah, I have it.
You have the press kit?
Yeah, I got the press kit. Yeah.
Everything inside?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yo, let me tell you.
But wait,
man,
but is
I
the-
would keep. I would keep.
Is the cover cut like that on the corner? It has to be cut.
No, well, I actually got it.
Can't be a complete.
I got it from somebody. It's not like I had it first. I got it from somebody.
Yeah.
So I got to look and see.
Yeah, the cover has to be cut.
Okay.
There's like a half moon on it. Half moon cut on one of the corners.
Yeah. I don't think it has that.
Yeah, because these are the ones that were sent to press, radio,
That's a one of a kind you got. That's a one of a kind.
That's crazy.
white label.
That's a one of a kind.
So, what's one thing you want to give back to the National Hip Hop Museum?
Oh man, I got so much stuff, man. I haven't really thought about it. I really haven't thought about it. I still got the mixer.
Got the handcuffs.
I know, right? I have a mixer from back in the days of all one of them Sound Craftsman mixers and stuff like that, really old. So I haven't really decided.
Okay.
I haven't really decided yet, but see what happens.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
I got a lot of stuff.
But what's about to happen right now,
Let's go.
you talk about, dancing and breaking.
doing?
You have Eddie Gordo. You got to pick Eddie Gordo because Eddie Gordo is literally you.
I don't know about that. He's blonde.
You know what I'm saying?
My hair grows into an afro.
When you see his fighting style, you really gonna know what's up.
All right.
When you see his fighting style, you really gonna know what's up.
Right.
So you're gonna hit X to choose your character, and you're gonna hit X to choose your character. You can move around, pick whoever you want to pick. Use the directional pad right here.
Oh, okay.
Yep. To move around and pick your character, and a lot of the kicks is X and circle, the punches is square and triangle, and stuff like that.
You know what?
Oh man.
I like that character.
Oh, Leroy. Yeah, hit
I like
X.
Leroy.
Yeah, hit X.
X is
X right there.
okay.
X.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Leroy. I don't know
There you
why.
go. Hit X again for
I
the
got
stage.
the flamboyant one.
No, wait till you see how he get down. Oh, you hit X. Yep. This is crazy. Yo, Grand Wizard Theodore versus Crazy Legs in Tekken 7 is going down, son.
I haven't played this since one.
Word up. Word. So yeah, remember these are your kicks, and yeah, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think Leroy. I think that would probably be me after a while.
Oh, this dude.
Oh shit.
Yo, capoeira, dude.
Let's
Oh,
go.
word.
Let's go. Come on.
man.
I like
Let's
Leroy.
go. I push the buttons and go and attack.
What do you mean push the buttons?
Yeah,
like
push
that?
the buttons, the
Like
face
this?
buttons.
Bow, bow,
X.
bow.
Yeah.
Bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap.
No, you gotta push the face
Am I
buttons.
not
X.
politically
Yeah,
correct
those.
right now?
Yep. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
what, son?
Let's go. Yep, you gotta keep pushing. Hit L2. The left trigger button.
Left.
Yeah, the left trigger button. No, the trigger button.
The trigger. What's this?
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, right here, right there, right there.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, it's on.
Let's go.
What
No,
did I do?
no, don't hit that. Let's go. He about to go.
Oh,
That's crazy. All right, got a few
killed me.
more rounds. All right.
Tap that.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me find yo.
Yo, dog.
Oh man.
Yo, you gotta push the buttons, man. Come on.
Oh
You
man.
can't let them get it perfect. All right, cool. Let's go. Oh wow.
Oh man. Like,
Yeah, fight back. Oh wow, he's killing you.
Yeah, I
so
said,
when
he killed
the
me.
red comes up, hit L2. When the red comes up over your character.
oh, okay.
And yeah, like square, triangle, circle, like all the face buttons. You gotta hit those. Yep. Let's go. And like push them in combination and stuff like that. Yep. Oh wow. Yeah, hit the L2 joint. Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Okay.
Oh, let's go. Okay, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Grand Wizard got one. I keep going. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh, hell no.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh! That was fire! You saw that? That was crazy. Yo, it's 2-2.
Don't
It's
sleep,
2-2.
don't sleep.
Let's go.
Don't sleep.
Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Hit circle. Wait. Hit circle. All right, go ahead.
Oh, he don't went into.
Oh, you trying to just stop
Hit
me.
circle. Oh, nah, yeah. Hit circle. Yep.
Oh, he.
Oh, he smoked you on that one. He smoked you on that one.
No,
Let's
right
go.
back out.
No, hit L2. Hit L2. So you can do your range art.
Hold on.
Let's go. Oh! Wait, it's getting close. Oh, that was close. That was close. Yo, if Crazy Legs win this round, that's it. Uh-oh. Oh, what a comeback. Oh, what a kick. Oh, nice. Yo, they going at it for real. Let's go.
You bastard.
Oh, shoot. Oh, this is crazy. Let's go. Let's go. He's like, I'm going to lay down for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh. Yo, final round. Whoever wins this wins it all. Whoever wins this wins it all.
You bastard.
Let's go. Oh, he's going in. He's going for the kill right now, for real. Oh, he rolled out of that. Oh, let's go. Oh. Oh, he got him. Yo, that was great. Man. Yo, that was the first time we ever seen Crazy Legs and Grand Wizard Theodore battle against each other like that. Yo, how was it? Like, what y'all think about that? Just
That's
how
crazy,
how you feel?
man. That's the first time.
See, I'll get hooked. 'Cause that's why I don't play games, because I'll be on that all day. I'll never get
That was
anything
crazy.
done.
Yo,
was
look,
dope.
check it out.
Did you catch that?
Oh, they call all of that. So look, I'm glad y'all love that. So look, on that note, man, it's the go to the game hip-hop gamer, Logitech G8MD on your hot 9-7 every day. Wow. Bro, what y'all think, man? Did y'all enjoy the show? Is it okay? Like, let's go.